going on, friends? This is Mark, your favorite bass nerd from Chi-Town. I am here and excited to showcase the new firmware update for our friends at Bergantino and their Super Pre. This is update number 4. Really just a lot of really great things under the hood. And so with Bergantino's recent release of the Forte HP Ultra, the drive on there, the Ultra drive, is something that caught my attention personally. It has this real organic sort of sweetness to it, and Jim decided to actually utilize that and rework all of the drive circuits inside the Super Pre. So you get the overdrive, the distortion, and the fuzz circuits. They all utilize the same topology as the Ultra as sort of a template, and what makes it special is it's made for a really coherent interaction between your low pass filter as well as the driven high pass filter. It just sounds much more natural, and I don't know how else to say it, more organic. And the way that I really found that when he sent me the first, I guess the beta of this firmware update to get my input, I immediately wanted to hear what everything sounded like in the ears. I found that a lot of times when you're playing like an overdriven or a fuzz sound through your speakers, which it has its own natural EQ and low pass and shaping and all that stuff in the speakers themselves, it's gonna sound different than it does in your ears, on your headphones. And so you have to find a sweet spot. A lot of times drives, fuzzes, they'll sound a bit brittle on the top end, and you kind of really have to scale them back. But then if you save that scene on your Super Pre or whatever overdrive and fuzz, you have those settings that might sound really good and dialed in your ears, you get them on your speakers and suddenly you're missing a lot of top end. This seems to translate really well back and forth, and the only thing that I can figure is it has a lot to do with the Ultra drive being the template for everything else. In addition to the Ultra topology, really what's happening is that the clean blend and distortion have this sort of phase lock, so it's much more coherent sounding in the end. That's the best way I can describe it. So I've have a few different flavors on here. I actually did my best to try to recreate some of those classic distortion sounds, your sort of fruity flavors and your sort of rodent flavors, etc. Just something to give you an idea of what this thing can do as quickly as possible. And also, if you like what you've heard today, Bergantino has decided to put all of my scenes from this video onto their website. You can download them if you go to bergantino.com. Scroll through, you can find all of the different scenes from here. They've got some goofy names you can kind of figure out, and I'll have them displayed in the text in this video as well. So here we go. All right, friends, I hope that gave you a good idea of what the Super Pre Firmware 4.0 update can do. Have any questions, you know where to find Bergantino, and hope you enjoyed it. Take care.